Back again, brothers in
Yeah,
America. Uh,
back again. Go tell a
so
friend.
so I'm
Brother Leo is here for the win.
that's right. So brother, I'm gonna start with
Hmm.
you. Um,
Now, let me
brother,
ask you a question. Let me ask you a
go ahead,
question.
go ahead. And look,
What is your
to this and take your time. Take your time.
no, 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 no. I want to tell you, right? Um, how do you feel like about immigrants, right? When the news, the media, these social outlets, they push these narrative, right, of African Americans being like lazy and what's not, like being
Hmm.
lazy and what's not, and that the perpetuation that the media put out, right? What's your take on immigrants when they come here and they have that same type of mindset? Because that's what American news, white American news, push the narrative they pushed. What's your take on those type of people? People,
Um,
do you feel the need like to educate them? Do you feel the need to educate them, or just to pay them no mind? Or what's your approach?
well, I'm gonna tell you how I would approach it now.
Mm-hmm.
How I would approach a situation like that where I'm basically going through a prejudice of someone who went from their country to here.
Mm-hmm.
I learned something though online today. I seen something where uh a woman well basically a lot of African women, they judge other African men from different countries based off where they're from. So this whole
I
judgment
think we.
men,
I think that happens here too.
yeah, but that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
They might say, "Oh, you from New York?" Oh no, that's true. That's
Mm-hmm.
true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. That does happen. Well, I was answering your question with that example though.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
Mm-hmm.
that whole prejudice mentality, where
Mm-hmm.
where people will, I don't really try to educate them on anything because you already have this mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you come, you I already know if you judge me, you already judge people in your country. So
Okay.
if you judging me, you judging people in your country as well. And that's why I brought up that example. Because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna already have a prejudice against me, regardless of what I tell you. Remember, I told you I was working with people from the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
from
Yes,
Nigeria,
sir.
and how they treated me
Mm-hmm.
like a second class citizen in the place where
Mm-hmm.
I was born and raised, where my
Mm-hmm.
ancestors are from. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
was treating me like a second class citizen. And so
Mm-hmm.
with that mentality, and I was working harder than them. I was
Mm-hmm.
working harder than they were, but I still was treated like a second class citizen. And no matter what I did or no matter what I said or tried to explain myself, it did not matter to them. And they saw the shit in real time.
Mm-hmm.
You understand, brother? So I'm telling you, it don't matter. Once you have a prejudice in your mind about somebody, it does not matter what you say to them or what you do. You have to, even if you do shit in real time, they will still
Mm-hmm.
have a premeditated thought of you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah. So what you got?
So
What
you
else you got?
don't. So it won't be no educational. Won't be educational
No,
front because.
because I've learned in real time that even if you educate them with your own work ethic, I can work as hard as I can. I'm a Black American, right? I can work as hard
Mm-hmm.
as I can. I could be working at a foundry,
Mm-hmm.
lifting up all kind of equipment and putting stuff together, breaking stuff down. It doesn't matter that people are still going to judge me with the mentality, and it's a lot of Black American people that work in these factories and foundries and do this hard labor, this
Mm-hmm.
hard labor, and then we still get judged from the outside as if we're lazy, as if we don't
Mm-hmm.
have a productive uh methodology method 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 go ahead, you say it for me.
I don't know
Methodology.
where. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
We
Mm-hmm.
got method, man. We got methods that we have to we're productive people, man, but we're looked at as not productive.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that a damn shame? We're looked at as not productive by people with a colonial mentality, and we're looked at as not productive from a lot of the perspective of immigrants. And that's a
Mm-hmm.
problem. So I can't educate people if they're going to judge me, if they're going to
Okay.
prejudge me and they don't even know me.
Mhm.
I can't do that
Mhm.
because I don't do that to nobody. But I will do it. But I will do it to some because of my experience. But I'm not,
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
Personal experience. From your personal
Yes,
experience.
sir.
Okay. Okay.
My anecdotal experience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'd ask you that question. I'd ask you that question because people prejudge. I'm the master of prejudging people. I prejudge people without people knowing. Sometimes if you get to know me a little later, I not saying prejudge. I judge, not prejudge. I judge. I judge based of character, based of habits. Like I was working for this. I was working for this company for a manager. A manager came to me and he talked to me, right? And he's like, Leo, you don't work. He's like, you don't work like regular islanders. And I was like, what you mean? And he said, I had a Jamaican guy who worked for me, and he did the labor of 4 and 5 of the person. I said, yeah, you think I'm him? I said, I've been here long enough. I assimilated. You know what I'm saying? So I had to ask you that, right? Because there's a lot of stigma. It's a lot of negative stigma,
Mhm.
that comes from
Yeah.
that point. Like how you said, the guy from Nigeria, you worked harder than them, and it's like me coming in the workforce a lot. When a lot of people hear me talk, when they see me working, they're like, "Oh, I could tell you're from the island." I said, "Nah." Bob Marley said it best. He said, "Even if you're a street sweeper, be the best darn street sweeper possible." You know what I'm saying? That's my mindset because I let my work talk for me. You know what I'm saying? My work ethic talk for me, and I feel like a lot of people would come and try to exploit that. They would exploit that. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of like some folks they would some folks would, I guess, I give off this happy-go-lucky mentality that some people look at me and they see like you happy-go-lucky, like you're like I'm naive and gullible, and sometimes I like to play the part. I definitely like playing the part of being naive and gullible. And no, I watch how people would attempt to try to walk all over me, and then I have to show up and show out. Like I ain't that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm sweet. I'm nice. This ain't no facade. But that's like some people will try to take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? They take advantage of your sweetness and kindness. And then I see that too. Like me not being from here, I see a lot of folks try it, attempt it, but then I have to step the back and be like, yo, I know what you're doing. Stop. So having that approach, like you trying to label me like you're not gonna work me like a dog. I'm not saying I'm gonna do my job, but I'm not gonna do my job and your job at a establishment. I'm going to go above and beyond, but you're not going to try to use me for your personal benefits,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. So
Is
I
that
definitely have. Mhm.
if I can say this, is that assimilation or is that wisdom?
Probably a little bit of both. A little bit of both. When I say assimilation, meaning it's like assimilate. Like I know what you're doing, and I'm not going. I'm not one of those persons who going to see what you're doing and be like, "Yo, I'm not going to bite." Because I want to say a lot of times, speaking about immigrants, right? Like certain immigrants, it depends on what situation they're in. Because you have some people here that's illegal. That was another barrier I want to talk to you about as well. Is you have a lot of immigrants that are illegal, so they're going to do it just because they don't want to get in no problems because of their working status. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're not a lot illegal immigrant or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they're
Right.
gonna go along to get along. Like, okay, cool. When I said assimilate, that would just mean like I'm not in the same shoe. And I definitely have a voice. I'm very, very boisterous. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to tell you like, yo, I see what you're doing. Let's stop that now before we things end up being messy and nasty or whatever else the case may be.
Yeah.
Because I see that in workforce like some like prime example, right? This is back home. This is back home. I remember I was working in sewage. I was working in sewage, right? And this is back home. And it was me and another guy. His name was Dwight. Really good worker. Me and him when I first he was there before me when I first came there. Um, really hard worker, and he saw me and he saw my work ethic and he took a liking to me and he's like, yo, I want to work with him. Me coming in just being a laborer and he being a skillman. And this guy Dwight, he took me on his wing. He's like, Leo, I like you. You know what I'm saying? These guys them going to try to run, you know what I'm saying, walk all over you because you're a worker like me. And me and him working right now. I'm talking this back home. This ain't me trying to make no distinction. This me being back home, and me and him, we did the job of 6 people, but we also get paid of doing the job of 6 people. So a lot of folks would have
Mm,
flocked towards us to try to piggyback off our labor. You know what I'm saying? To be like me too. You know what I'm saying? So not saying like it's a different share. It's also home. You have people who try to get over you, but I see like in here it's like I got to keep my guards up. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep my guards up because you know what I'm saying. People like, oh, you come here, you work like people like, oh, you work like one guy, one younger guy, he's like 23, 24. Oh, you working? Oh, you got bills to pay? You got you got children and what's not? I say, yeah. You don't have bills to pay too? You know what I'm saying? Like I work the way I work because I got bills to pay. I work where I work because I got a standard I have to follow. You know what I'm saying? That's basically him trying to manipulate me. That was him trying to manipulate me so I could do the work because I want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you got bills to pay and so forth. Do you don't have no bills to pay or whatever else the case may be? You know? So that is my approach. Like that's a slippery slope. You know, that's a slippery slope for the most part.
Right, right, right. Okay. So you got any more questions for me?
That's my first question. It's your time,
Right.
brother. We gonna go back
Got
to
you.
back.
Got you. Got you. Okay. My question to you is: Do immigrants add? Do immigrants add to the American dream?
They definitely do add to the American dream. They add to the American dream because you have a lot of because like in
What up?
statistics you have
What up, brother? Go ahead, bro.
what's going on family.
Yeah.
You do have people who prosperous people that comes in that migrates that immigrants that migrates to America and they gain success. This is well as you have people that migrates and are failures. You know what I'm saying? So they do add, like they do add towards the success because that's going to be glamorized or glory. You know what I'm saying? Going to be glamorized as in the people that succeeded. Just to promote because America, like immigration, that's a whole business. That's an entire business of itself. People who always come here you got to pay to maintain their status or not being illegal, whatever else the case may be. So they do. There are a lot of successful immigrants that migrate here. As well as you got numbers of immigrants that migrate here and end up being not successful. I'm going to call
Yeah.
them the D
Yeah.
word.
Yeah. Do immigrants add to the American dream?
Of course, success stories, brother.
But
Yes,
you got to give me an example.
succeeding, coming over here, owning businesses is American dream. Come over here, they work hard, they become a manager like me, like prime example me.
Yeah.
Become,
But how?
became becoming a.
But
Go ahead.
how does that add to the American dream?
Being successful, brother. It could be employment. It could be education, which I check both boxes. It could be
I'm saying
employment. It could be
no.
education.
But that is that adding to it, or is that extracting from it?
Being a productive example.
Yeah, but I'm saying, does that add to it? Like, I mean, do they add to the American? Meaning, when I say do they add to the American dream, what I'm
Hmm.
asking is, do they give you? Do they add more amenities to the American system? Like, do they make America easier to live in as well?
I believe so. I believe so. We have to take it back that a lot of immigrants migrate during the history. A lot of immigrants migrate uh, uh, in important moments in American history that they also helped pave the infrastructure, businesses, railroads. They also added, they kind of assimilate, if to make it make sense, they assimilate for the most part.
Getting that
I
light,
apologize.
getting that
Yeah, I
light.
know, I know, I know, I know, and I apologize, brother. I apologize. They add towards it. They added towards it in regards to given. But then when they say they assimilate, they become American now because after they're gone, their children are now Americans born here. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely add towards it, and some again will probably take away from it, not being successful people. You know what I'm saying?
Do Okay, so do you believe immigrants? Do you believe immigrants were able to? When I say add to the American dream, right? When I believe adding to the American dream, well, ask this person what they mean by not by net net positive.
Probably
Uh,
not positive, not positive. Probably a
not that
typo.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was not positive at first, but
Hmm.
I don't know if he's talking about me. But I'm gonna dissect your brain. Like
Hmm. Yeah,
I'm,
no, no.
I'm gonna dissect your brain.
I
No,
can't think of no.
yeah, that's what I thought too. Net positive. What does net positive mean?
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, net positive.
Um, we
Uh,
could definitely go ahead.
net worth, net worth. That's what
Hmm.
I'm thinking when I say net positive. Uh,
Yeah,
but yeah, brother. So basically, the reason why I asked that is because okay, um, would instead of gross positive, net positive. Got it. That's what I figured it was, something like that. So basically, would you say that immigrants help? Americans as far as the American dream as well?
hmm what he said again, if you're asking whether immigration has been a net positive for the United States, the answer for most historical and economic research is yes. Overall, through the efforts are not the same for every community for every time period. Some of the major benefits include economic growth. Immigrants expand the workforce, starts
Okay,
businesses, and contribute to innovation and
that's
productivity.
true. Okay,
Entrepreneurship, immigrants are disproportionately likely businesses. To found businesses, including many large companies that employ thousands of people. So
that's
there
true.
we
That's
go.
true. That's true.
Whatever,
Hey,
brother is. Yes, thank you for
one
coming through with that. Ali hoop.
yeah one example is the Kia plant. That's Korean owned.
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
wow,
yeah, yeah. I
wow.
used to work. I used to work for a company called Glovis. So they have,
Mm-hmm,
but they don't talk to you though. Oh, they do not talk to you.
mm-hmm,
I put my hand up and waved at one of them.
mm-hmm,
He didn't even look me in my face, bro.
mm-hmm,
You see what I'm saying? But anyway,
mm-hmm.
that's another conversation. Go ahead,
Nah, but I tell you, like,
yeah, give me a question though. What you got?
no, 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 no. But I just want to say, like, like yeah, like all the railroads, the plan, and I like how they put that too in terms of entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? That's a big factor. Technology, hospitality. That,
Let me say this real quick. If y'all don't mind, can y'all hit that button, please? If y'all don't mind, we trying to get some more people up in here. If y'all don't mind, if you could hit that
get
like
the
button,
algorithm
I
going.
would highly appreciate it. Tap, if you tap the screen twice, I appreciate it. Thank you for the like. I have gratitude. Appreciate that. What was you saying,
Mm.
brother? My bad. What was you saying?
Um, no, I was saying business and technology savvy. Um, do you think immigrants get mistreated being here? Do you think they get mistreated?
Explain. Give me like you got to.
Mistreated, taken advantage of, as I was stating earlier, like taken
I
advantage of,
believe. I
or
believe.
attempted,
Yes. Yes. And some.
mismanaged, misused,
Yes.
exhausted.
If they're illegal, if they're illegal. No, I'm saying
What
because
about?
no, if they're illegal immigrants, they definitely get taken advantage of
Mm-hmm,
because of their work ethic, because they don't have no other way, other means to feed their family probably. So they probably over here with their brother, or their sister, or they children illegally a lot of the times.
mm-hmm,
So they have to do what they have to do. You know what I
mm-hmm,
mean? They have to, probably go cut grass for, 65, $75 a day, or I'm serious, bro.
mm-hmm.
No,
Now I'm just laughing at your
no,
prejudice.
I'm being serious. I've seen it, right?
Uh-huh,
I've seen them
uh-huh,
stand outside and wait for people to pick
mm-hmm,
them up,
mm-hmm,
to do work. I almost myself, I hired one of them to do some work for me, you know,
mm-hmm,
because I'm like, but I was gonna pay him good. I'm not finna miss. I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna give you whatever you need. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna help you out. Help you out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna sit
mm-hmm,
there. You're a human being at the end of the day,
mm-hmm,
so I'm not gonna
mm-hmm,
mistreat no immigrant, even if you're illegal.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Unless you're like an illegal immigrant that did some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then if I find out, then I'm like, okay, you got to go on about your business. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? But if you're, and that's not even if you're illegal. Just that's just in general. But if you're an illegal immigrant, I'm not gonna treat you any different. I'm not gonna mistreat you. I'm not gonna misguide you. I'm gonna give you food. I'm gonna give you, even if you need clothes, if you need, money, whatever you need, as long as you do the work. Why not? But
Mm-hmm,
I'm not gonna take advantage of them just because if they do the work, I'm gonna pay them like I would pay anybody else. And yes, so I believe they get mistreated for their work, for their uh because they're illegal a lot of times. Now, if they're not illegal, I don't see how they can get mistreated if they're using their rights.
okay. Because I wanted to add to that because I was working at a spot. I ain't gonna call no names, right?
Yeah.
And the owner was
It's
saying
funny.
that.
He said something in the comments. My bad. I feel you, but if you go to Korea, they don't look at each other either. They don't,
Mm-hmm,
bro. Asian
mm-hmm,
people, like, they don't look at each other, bro. They don't even. I don't. That's crazy to me. But
mm-hmm.
anyway, that's crazy to me.
Generalizing.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. But go ahead, go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry for cutting you out. My bad.
Nah, you good? Because I was working at a restaurant, right? And the owner said to me um that I would like to
Yeah.
have a all Mexican staff. Like I would have liked to have an all Mexican staff, and I was like, wow. I was just like, wow. And I was like, why? Like, go ahead and explain. They'd be like, yo, because they work, they don't complain, and they do what they got to do and keep it pushing. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't comment. I just wanted to know that the thought process. And then I said, it's people that also has that type of mindset, you know? Now, I'm not saying I'm
And let me
advocating.
go. Can I just say one thing?
Hmm.
Check this out. The reason why they want those, though, the reason why they want Mexicans to come work is because a lot of the times either they're illegal or they just got their citizenship. Because I have met Mexican Americans that will complain.
Hmm. I
Okay,
have to. I
and
have to.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Hmm.
So they want to be able to take advantage of people. It don't got nothing to do with them being
But
Mexican.
that's my point. That's the point I'm trying to
Okay,
make,
got
brother.
you. My
That's the
bad,
point
my
I'm
bad,
trying to
my
make.
bad,
That's the
brother.
point I'm trying to make.
Got you.
You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
point I'm trying to make. So that's a huge point. And I said again, I'm speaking from both sides of the coins. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm speaking from
Both shadows.
yes sir. Yes.
Like you said earlier. Like you said earlier.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. So yes, I'm speaking. I understand, and it's like not just saying they're being second class citizen or whatever as the case may be, but it's like I'm not saying it's bad. It's bad, brother. It's bad. You know what I'm saying to a certain standpoint. But go ahead. Let me actually have a question, brother.
Oh, ask you. Okay. So okay, look. Um, and I wrote mine down with a pen so I can feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
are are there more resources in America in comparison with I'm just gonna ask the question I asked. Are there more resources in America? Because we already had this conversation now.
I wouldn't say there's more resources in America, but everything flows
Okay.
through America. Everything flows through America.
Through this colonial structure
Yes, sir.
that
Yes,
has
sir.
stripped the resources around the world.
Yes, sir.
So this is another question. This is an improv question.
Hmm.
Would you say that the colonial structure that stripped the resources in this nation created the American dream by forced labor?
History
And do
can yeah.
and do immigrants and people around the world in general take advantage of that colonial system that was created through forced labor? But I'm gonna let you answer the first question. My bad.
History can vindicate your first question, your first claims. History can definitely what we see now was they use force to get where they are right now. You know what I'm saying? History can validate all my claims, can validate every single claim I make with that to get
Absolutely.
where we at right now. And what was your second question?
Okay. By forced labor, did the colonial structure that we have today, did that forced labor create the American dream? Somewhere around there.
Yeah. Yep. You get anything through force, especially you have the military
Oh yeah,
backing and
yeah.
power to do
And
so.
do
Yes.
and do the immigrants around the world, do they take advantage of that forced labor and that stripping of the resources and then say, "Oh, it's the American dream and slavery happened a long time ago." But go ahead, my bad. It's
How?
amazing. It's amazing how stuff happened a long time ago,
Hmm.
but it still affects what's going on today
Hmm.
as far as the
Hmm.
financial resources.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
I wanna say a few things. I want to say a few things on that. Um, stripping of the resources, definitely, because a lot of immigrants who migrate here, again, who migrate here voluntarily, their mindset is helping out their family, helping out their children, their family, and whatever else the case might be. So we can definitely constitute that as being stripping away the resources. But in hindsight, that's them trying to help out. That's the reason why they came here with a plan. You know, in hindsight, they came here to help out their family, their community, excuse me, their community, their tribe. And you could definitely look at this as being stripping away from stripping away from the community. I wouldn't call that it
Mm,
benefits them. I think.
that's different. That's not synonymous to what I was saying.
Okay.
I wasn't talking about immigrants stripping resources.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about. I'm talking about, do they take advantage of the stripping that has already happened? because they're just trying. They're not really stripping resources. They're just utilizing the resources that are already there.
Okay.
You know, they're
So
not
break
really
down.
coming. They're not coming in and stripping resources. That's I'm talking about actual colonialism.
Okay. But okay. Okay, help me understand that. Break it down. Break that down to me in layman's terms.
So basically, what I was saying was the colonial
Mm-hmm.
structure that we have today,
Mm-hmm.
called America, when it was a forced colonial structure. Now
Mm-hmm.
it's more so a little, you know, subtle. It's like a subtle colonial structure where
Mm-hmm.
they put it in the media, and but it's still they still strip resources from around the world to build it up, and they
Mm-hmm.
strip the resources from the people that was already here to build it up. Do you believe that immigrants take advantage of that and don't really pay homage really to the people that those resources were stripped from? I know I'm asking a whole lot. I know I'm asking a whole
No,
lot.
I understand. I'm trying to be careful with what I say because I don't want to ruffle no feathers.
Okay,
I don't want to ruffle no feathers.
go ahead. Go ahead.
It depends on their mindset. You saying paying homage, paying homage. That's not a standard. That's not something that they were taught or educate towards doing. You know what I'm saying? Like paying homage to to the people that help them have these what was the term you used?
Amenities,
Luxuries,
luxuries. No,
luxuries. Yeah,
I thought it was
luxuries
amenities.
were.
I thought it was
No, you didn't use
amenities.
amenities just now. Um, benefiting, have them benefiting. I don't think that they know. Like people are selfish. I don't think like they gonna pay homage to nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's as well as if a foreigner go to another country. If a foreigner go to another country to pay homage that Celine and Penland threw the mace out of the Queen window in the Bahamas to gain. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they don't view that as being important to pay homage to. You
You
dig?
know
Like are they
what?
reaping the benefits of the ancestors before? Definitely. But in terms of
Right.
paying homage, I don't think so. That's like
Do
something
you,
that's important to a
hey,
lot of people.
Do you know what's funny though?
Hmm.
Do you know what I do you know what I really what that reminds me of a little bit? The passport bros.
What
the
you mean?
pass the passport bros going to other countries, and a lot of those men don't like when they go to other countries and start taking their women,
Hmm.
and they it's like they don't even show those men in the other countries respect. They'll say, oh, we gonna go to another country and we gonna get a woman, you know. And I'm like, in my mind I'm thinking to myself, like, you know, you I mean, the mindset is a little, to me the mindset is a little weird, because you gonna go to this other country and you're not even gonna respect the men that's there. But that's a little off
What I
topic.
wanted to say now, in that realm, right? In that regard, right? Who do you blame? You blame the passport bros, or you blame the women that succumb to those luxuries, those vanities? Who is at fault? Who's to blame?
Well, how do you mean?
You said it's like the passport bros going to these countries and stealing taking these women away, stripping away.
I didn't say stealing now. I
Okay,
ain't say
no, no, no,
stealing.
yeah, stripping.
I ain't say stripping either. I said that I
Okay.
like to I like to make compare. I said comparisons. They're, you know, they don't like them coming over there, you know, taking their women or dealing with their women. A lot
Hmm.
of the men over there don't like that. This is men. This is men against men right here.
Hmm.
Never mind the women. This is men against men. I'm talking about, but those men don't respect those other men when they go over there. A lot of the times, from my experience.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're
Got you.
saying. But I want to say, but who is at fault though? Is it the man at fault or is it the women? Is it the government for allowing them?
I just told you it's man on. I said it's men against men. You know, we can add the government to it, but it's still men against men. Like,
Okay, I
yeah, I mean,
understand.
I mean, we can say the government. I mean, because we're not really. I'm not going in depth on it. I'm just saying like those
Cause
men should
those, no, I want to say, cause
respect the men that's there.
those brothers, them are pouring into the economy by doing so.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know that.
I would assume that you traveled there, you lived there, you paying for
Yeah.
flight, you
Well,
paying for hotel, you're pouring into the community and
I mean,
the economics,
yeah. So
the family.
they're using their money to take advantage of the women there. That's how I look at it.
And again, who's to blame?
Who's
You
the?
gonna
I
blame?
mean, I don't. I mean, you can blame. I mean, like I said, you can blame the government. You can blame the government, or you can blame. But it's still men against men in this fashion. It's not the women. I'm not really. I'm not trying to make this a conversation about as far as I'm using it as an example.
Yeah, as a respect thing. Yes, as a respect
Yeah,
thing.
you have to. You respect you. The men. I say the men don't like it.
Hmm.
The men don't. It's not about fault here. It's not about
Hmm.
fault.
Hmm.
It's about they don't respect the men there, and I'm using it as far as like immigrants may come over here and they may not respect what's kind of been paved
Hmm.
by people that died and fought here.
Not saying there's no respect. It just like it ain't that is what's important to that individual, to that person. Is it
Yeah, I
something
know, I
important?
know, I know it's
Hmm.
not important.
Hmm.
That's why I'm bringing it up.
It's kind of like a job. A lot of people go to job just to get money. They ain't passionate about it, but it's a means to an end, if that makes sense. It's a
Yeah,
means to an end.
you got another.
Uh
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
so I get where you're coming from. I definitely get where you're coming from. That's a slippery slope. That's a slippery slope. That's a slippery slope. Like you don't understand the struggle. You don't understand what blood, blood, sweat, and tears that went into to enjoy the luxury that you have. You know what I'm saying? But to a
Yeah,
lot of people, that's not important because guess what? Americans go to. I'm just saying hypothetical. Americans go to China and do the same thing. They ain't paying homage to none of the Chinese officials that did that, and just as they go to the Afghanistan or Kuwait or something like that and pay homage. You know what I'm saying? It's like
well,
it's.
that's why I use the passport bro example
Hmm.
because a lot
Hmm.
of those passport bros are American.
Right, right.
That's why I use that example.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
You got another question?
Nah, this is saying like ideally, I want to say that ain't important because again, that ain't naturalization. Even getting you become an American citizen, that's not. I don't. That ain't something that you learn. Like you learn the founding
You
fathers. You
don't.
learn the
Yeah, you don't have to learn gratitude.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I still have gratitude. I'm gonna have gratitude anywhere I go.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
think is. I don't think it's just. I'm not saying immigrants as a whole, right? I'm
Mhm.
saying a lot of them individually, man. They just don't have like gratitude. Like just like a
Mhm.
lot of Americans don't have gratitude, man. They don't.
Mm.
They're not appreciative as
Mm.
well.
Integrity, dignity, and respect, brother. That goes a long way. But I said
Yeah,
again, that ain't something that's being pushed also in the educational system. You know what I'm saying? That's not pushed in the educational system.
that's
Like
a
even
that's a that's a personality trait, though. My bad. I mean, go
right.
ahead.
It is.
It's
It is.
not.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
gratitude. That's good. But I'm just talking about like even some black folks to this day. Like I mean, you had this conversation too on Malcolm X. Some people view Malcolm X as being a racist. He hate all white people. You know what I'm saying? That's not who Malcolm X was. You speak to black people who born here in America who has 8 generations. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have a different look. You know what I'm saying? Paying homage to him in terms of a lot of things that we're able to do. So people still like, oh, forget him. Or they're gonna throw around, oh, we had a white woman when he was Malcolm Little. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like is that something can definitely be pushed. I feel like that's a great narrative that you can push. You can be the martyr. You can be the I'm not saying a martyr as in dying in what you believe in, but that could be something you could definitely push and educate towards. I feel like that would be something that's a great thing to push. I don't feel like everybody's gonna be on board with it though. I don't
Yeah, I
think
mean,
everybody.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna push that. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
educate. I'm not gonna educate I'm not gonna educate what's supposed to be
Hmm.
just having a good personality in general. If you can't dissect and analyze that, then that's something that a lot of those people they learned culturally where they're from,
Hmm.
which is why a lot of people leave where they're from. You know,
Hmm.
they kind of leave where they from and kind of abandon where they from. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
I
Um,
wouldn't say abandoned. They weren't abandoned. They still sending resources. They still
well,
sending resources. So abandonment
some
is like
some
cut
some
off.
some some people don't send resources back.
Yeah,
When I mean
yeah.
abandon, I mean when I mean abandon, I'm talking about people really do abandon where they're from.
Hmm. Some
What up,
people want to
Mooch?
run, might be a fugitive. Like
Yeah,
Bob said, I gotta run like a fugitive to save
yeah.
this
I
life
mean,
I live.
I understand that, but that when you put that into the American DNA, that that cultural, um, is not everybody abandons their country when they come to America. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm
Hmm.
saying is some people really do abandon where they're from and act like they're not even from there. I asked a foreigner one time, "Where you from?" He told me Idaho.
but
I'm
I
like,
wanted to tell you, I wanted to say, let me a few things. Let me tell you a few things on that. All right. Like I know in the Bahamas, what a lot of people do in the Bahamas is when it's time for them to give birth to children because they want to send their children off to college. I know quite a number of people that I grew up with that did that because school is going to be because international, and this is another thing. This is another thing. International students, I think, pay 3 or 4 times tuition. Whatever you pay, they pay 3 or 4 times because they're international. So a lot of children, when parents, when they're able to have their child, they come to America and have their child in America. That's automatically make them American in case they want to go to education and so forth. But being a foreigner, I think foreigner, you pay 4 or 3 times tuition. 4 or 3 times tuition. And usually, what you pay that 4 or 3 times more. You know what I'm saying? So some people born here, like they could born in Fort Lauderdale and go back home after all the documentation and signed. So he might be from Idaho for real. I ain't saying that's the case, but he might definitely be from Idaho, just born
no,
in
no,
Idaho.
no, brother, you can tell by brother. I can listen to you, and if you, hi, I'm white from UK. That's fine. Hey, but but brother, if he tell me there's no brother, you don't think I know a person's accent from Idaho opposed to somebody from India or
Oh, yeah, that's different.
or Sri Lanka? Like I'm not going off just phenotype. I'm not saying there's not American Indians or American people who parents may have migrated here or whatever. I'm talking about this guy had the same accent. If you told me you was from New York, you could probably get away with that because there's so many dialects in New York. But
Hmm.
if you told me you was from Montana, brother, I'm looking at you crazy.
but listen to me. But I want to say, I could have
Go
born
ahead.
in Montana. I could have born in Montana. Like I said my parents was if they was well off. I could have born in
Yeah,
Montana
you
in
you could
Montana.
have you could have been born in Montana just like Bruce Lee was born in California, I think. I don't know where he was born at specifically,
Hmm.
but he was raised over there. But that
Right,
but
right.
that but guess what though? I think that's something that they finna stop.
Mm.
Where you
That
where
been going
you
on for years.
where you can't
Years.
where you can't if you're immigrants, if both parents are immigrants, they can't just have
Hmm.
children over here no more and they can claim
Hmm.
citizenship. They can't do that no more. I don't
Hmm.
think they can. I think Trump got rid of that or whatever.
Oh wow. Because I wanted to
I
say that
think
that's
so.
usually be that's a usually be a hefty fee. You know, like for the bed and so forth. Pregnancy, like that's a chump. But anyhow, welcome, wife from UK. I think what's the person name? Wife from
His name
UK.
is Echo 666.
What's going on, Echo? Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Um, I want to say America is always going to be the hub. America is always going to be the hub for immigrants migrating.
I don't want to say
Always going to. It's a
you can't
business.
you,
It's a
you can't say
business.
you can't say always because we don't know that.
All right, right.
We don't
But
know it's
well,
always going to be the
for the
hub.
last 300 years, for the last 300 years,
300 years. What are you talking about? My bad, brother. Forgive me. Forgive me. 300 years. Explain.
brother, doing
Those are not
slavery.
immigrants.
Okay, thank you for thinking for me. Shall I finish or you got it?
Now you know how it feels for the assumptions. Go ahead. My bad. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
sir.
Go ahead.
Yes,
Go
during
ahead. Go
slavery,
ahead.
that wasn't. We said during slavery, that wasn't immigrants. You had people
No.
from Irish, people from Ireland. You had
Oh
people
Lord, have
from
mercy.
Italy. No,
Yeah, but brother, we're not doing. Come on,
but
brother.
that's. I'm saying that what happened though. That's what happened, right? You believe in
Okay, man.
education, honestly. But that's
Yeah.
what happened. Those people came here. They worked for certain years, and they were immigrants too. That's been happening for years, hundreds of years. 100
Yeah.
people migrating to America. You know,
Okay.
that's what I'm talking about.
Let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
Let's say me and you built a house, right?
Hmm.
And I put all the doors up. I put all the doors up in the house. I put all the doors up. I
Credit.
said I put all
Hmm.
the doors up and I put all the windows up.
Hmm.
That's all I did. You did everything else.
Hmm.
But I put the doors up and the windows up. And I say we built the house. How you gonna look at me? You gonna look at me like I'm crazy.
But you're missing the man. I heard you. I'm not
You gonna look at me
giving
like I'm
them
crazy.
for credit. I talk about influx in terms of immigrants have been coming to this country, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They've
yeah,
been
brother,
coming
man.
to this country. I don't see a change. I understand what you're saying. I understand. I'm just saying that
Yeah.
people being migrating here.
I'm not taking that away from them. I'm not taking that
Yeah.
away. But
Hmm.
America 300 years ago is definitely not America today.
Of course. Of
You know,
course.
I mean, and those people got paid for what they did. So that's the
Hmm.
difference. I
Hmm.
would imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like they got paid for what they did. You if I go to I mean, if I get some Chinese people from China to do some work for me, like it doesn't mean that they, if I pay them to do it and I pay them reasonable wages, it doesn't mean they built my society. It means I paid them to do a job.
We're talking about two different things. We
Yeah,
talking. I talking about
yeah.
influx of immigrants coming to this country. You talking about people that built the structure. I'm talking about people just migrating here. You talking about something totally different.
Well, how is it different?
You speaking about the people that built the infrastructure. I'm talking about immigrants migrating to America. That's gonna be happening. Probably, I'm assuming now. Probably gonna be happening until the day we give up our ghosts. That's what I
Okay.
said. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I
Migrating
don't
people just
mind.
migrating to America.
Let me just say this. I don't care if immigrants come here or not. I don't
Hmm.
mind immigrants coming to America. That's not what I'm saying. That's
Hmm.
definitely it's
They always
okay.
gonna be. They going. When I say always, they going to continue coming because that's a business. That's a big business. Immigration. I
Yeah.
don't really know what. Let me say. Let me ask you 1 second. Go ahead, talk.
Okay. You got to give me a question or something, brother. But anyway, you got a question? Don't you got a question for me, man?
I told you, give me a minute, brother.
Okay. 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 So
Paying.
basically,
Mhm.
I'm a okay. So I'm gonna ask myself this question: Is the American dream reality for most?
You
uh
have to answer it because I'm doing a little research, brother. Give me a minute. Go ahead.
Okay, let me see. Africans are part of. Let me read the comments. Life is tough. Teamwork makes the dream work. I guess Africans are part of the fabric of America, no doubt. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Africans. I'm not gonna say Africans are part of the fabric of America. I'm gonna say Black Americans. Let me say that.
Give me. Give
But
me
I
one
know
more
what you
minute,
mean.
brother. All right.
I think when you say Africans, you're talking about black people in America, if I'm not mistaken. If I Echo down there, I think so.
Echo 1 2 1 2. I want to say. Here we go. Here
Yeah,
we go, brother.
because
Right.
only 300 from my research, only 388,000 Africans came to America during the slave trade. The rest went other places across the world. So that means a lot of those Africans mixed with the natives that was already here. So the natives and some of those Africans, in my opinion, are the fabric. If we're looking at it technically, but I get what you're saying. So it's true what you're saying. I just need more specifications when I'm dealing with research. I need technicalities, and that's what I go off. That's what I go off of a lot of the times.
Give
Go
me a
ahead,
minute.
brother.
1 minute. One
I
minute. I hold
I
you this.
I I agree though, Echo. I do agree. I agree.
Gotcha,
I
gotcha,
agree.
gotcha. I agree too. Now give me a minute. The amount that U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service (USCIS) collects varies from year to year, but it is primarily funded by the fees paid by immigrants and employers, not by general tax revenues. Here are some recent figures. In recent fiscal years, USCIS immigration has collected roughly $5 to $6 billion annually in application and petition fees. $5 to $6 billion annually a year that
Okay.
the United States the immigration services collects from immigrants per year annually. You dig what I'm saying? That's big business. That's big business.
This is what I don't
You feel me?
understand. Why don't immigrants create their own country? That's a good question. No, 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 no. Listen, listen. No, listen. We let me. You know what's funny? I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna write that question down because to me that's a good topic. Why don't immigrants build their own country? Like, okay, check this out. For example, if you got all these immigrants that come to America and they got all these resources to come here,
Hmm.
like, I'm not saying immigrants shouldn't be in America. That's not what I'm saying. But
That's what it sounds like.
okay, okay. Well,
Hmm.
what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying, this is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
If if $5 billion is coming through immigration, I'm not American, so just looking from outside from UK. Okay, I if 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 immigrants come here and it's five, and you just kind of $5 billion from
Five to
immigrants,
six. Five to
five to
six.
okay, $5 to $6 billion annually
Hmm.
from immigration visa cards or whatever to get here. Correct?
No, 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 no. That's people here whilst they're here, like replenishing their already green card too in the mix. That's people
Oh,
who
so
already here working.
they're already working here.
Yes, and also coming here
Okay.
as well. That's in all.
Okay,
Mm.
so
Hmm.
if so my thing is this.
Hmm.
Like to get here, so we need to find out how much it costs for them to get here. And if it costs a lot to get here, why don't they all take that money that it costs to get here and build their own country? You know what I'm saying? They can build look, they can build the American paradise. They can
Right.
build America, they can build new America, you know,
Hmm.
with those kind of resources. But I
Right.
get it, right?
Hmm.
America has a certain structure.
Hmm.
How do you think America would be if they took black people out? Black American people. How do you think America would look like?
Mm.
Yeah,
So look through.
you
So
got to
look.
think about, and you got to think about the trillions of dollars that come through music that feeds America. You got to think about you got to think about oh yeah, let's take slavery out of it too. Take slavery from it, the music, take all the entertainment, take
Hmm.
the sports now, and that's including soccer.
Hmm.
Okay, so take all of that away, take all the black people out of America right now,
Hmm.
and what do you have? Take the slavery away, take the music away, take every black person that was in the movies away, take all that away. What do you have? Take all the
Hmm.
civil rights, all the civil rights away that immigrants benefit from, by the way. Take all of that away. And I'm not saying they shouldn't. I like the fact that they do. But
Hmm.
you take all of that away, then what do you have? You know what I'm saying? Like, especially the music. Take the music away. You know how much financial stability America has progressed. How much money America has made from black music.
Hmm.
You know, all the music that was stolen. Like, you know, that's trillions of dollars, brother.
Hmm.
Or hundreds
Hmm.
of billions. I don't know if it's trillions, but I know it's hundreds of billions. Like, come on, man.
Hmm.
Like, and Jewish people, by the way, own a lot of that black music. By the
Hmm.
way, you know,
Hmm.
um, or they control a lot of that black music.
Hmm.
So black people, man, do you take black people, you know? So we're my thing is this: black people are looked at as, oh, we should just leave and get up out of here. But I'm thinking to myself, you're talking about. I heard somebody in New York say this when I was living in New York when I moved there in my early 20s for the first time when I was up there.
Hmm.
I heard one of those Arabs, and there's no disrespect to Arab people. I'm just saying this guy was Arab. He was Middle Eastern. He
Hmm.
said if you take, if he was a young guy at the time, I don't know how old he is now. You take America, you take the people out of America and put the immigrants in, America would, you know, would change and benefit. And I'm thinking to myself, why don't you have that same mentality in your own country?
Hmm.
And you're gonna blame the government? How can you blame the government when it's more of y'all? Which is,
Hmm.
it doesn't make any sense to me. You can't say you need to take the American people out and then Put the I ain't talking about you, of course. Not you. You need to take the American people out and then put immigrants in, and America's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a better place. It's going to be
Mm-hmm.
productive. It's going to be no, it's not. It's probably going to start looking like how your homeland looks. You know what I'm saying? And that's no
Mm-hmm.
disrespect. That's no
Mm-hmm.
disrespect. But you moved there for a reason.
Yes.
You move somewhere from the Middle East for a reason. you know so don't come over here and start saying stuff about the projects and the hood and the ghetto when I can look at your country and see the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The the hood, the ghetto, how you living over there, the human trafficking that's going on in all these countries. don't so don't
Mm-hmm.
don't come over here judging black people when black people have literally died and were in chains and were chained up and created laws,
Mm-hmm.
had laws changed for immigration dynamics,
Mm-hmm.
for everything to be, you know, put into power, put into
Mm-hmm.
place. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I want people to understand and realize. Don't come
Mm-hmm.
over here with your nose up, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because if you take slavery away, you take the music away, you take sports away, you take all the laws away, you take all these fundamental aspects of what black American people have done through history and what they're doing now. It's still black American people fighting for immigrants to this day, you know, and it's still projected in the media as if we're no good. You know what I'm saying? That's a myth. That's a damn myth.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably 1 to 5% of us.
I want to say a question you
Let-
said earlier before
Can
it
I
was
can
my
I
train of
can I
thought.
can
Give
I
me a
can I
minute.
add-
Give me a minute. Let you
brother?
go on your 5 minute rant. I let you on your five
There's a
minute rant. Give me a
comment.
minute.
There's a comment I have to answer. Please,
After your
please.
5 minute rant, and now you want to answer a
Yeah,
comment that you want to go on another five
because
minute rant on.
two of them came up, and then I'm gonna let you have the floor, brother. But it's two
Mhm.
comments. If I can just I know there
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I know there millions of middle class black people. You just don't hear about it. Of course, it's more than millions. It's in the tens of millions. As a matter of fact, it's more middle class black people than people that are in poverty. You know. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so slavery was bad, but it wasn't the people's now fault. But the people now benefit from it. That's the only thing. That's the clarity that you need to understand, right? If I steal something from my brother right here and 10 generations go down the line, that's still his, period. I don't care how many years go by. That's still his. If land is stolen and 1,000 years go by, it's still the native's land. Especially if they was gonna share it, especially if they was kind to you and nice to you. But anyway, my brother, go ahead, my brother. I am ranting a little bit. My bad. You got the floor. You got 20 minutes if you want it. Go ahead. My bad.
Hmm. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. He answered your question.
Yeah,
What it
and
is.
that's just
But I want,
facts.
yeah, but you were saying in regards to immigrants creating their own country. Number one is that's different because it's like I would just say not all immigrants get along well together. You know what I'm saying? We still have that unspoken tension thing going on, but nonetheless, you talking about if immigrants come along and create a new country, which is impossible because most land are claimed already. That's number one. Number two is they have to
Hey,
start
Shirley.
from the beginning. They got to start from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Build the whole infrastructure and everything from the ground. A lot of people don't have the time to invest in their own country. You think they have enough time to build another country? You dig what I'm saying? Like to put into a whole new country. You know what I'm saying? That they have no idea if it's being prosperous and being prominent. You know what I'm saying? It could be something that you tried and the land isn't what's the word I'm looking for? The land isn't it can't bear no fruit. It's barren, it's in barren lands. You know what I'm saying?
Baron. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a lot of factor when it comes towards that. So now, I understand your thought process. I understand your thought process behind that, but it's a lot of fact. Ain't nobody gonna come together and build no land. Like I said again, if people don't come to America, the next step they probably gonna do is go to Dubai, or Dubai is the next one that's an up and coming. One thing is with Dubai is more expensive. Is way more expensive than America, and then Dubai, like America, is like you said, morality. Dubai has a sense of morality to the public, Whereas in America, you can do whatever you want to do. It's the land of the free, the home of the brave. You can do whatever you want to do. You want to have soirees, you can have soirees in the open or by the beach or whatever. You can't really necessarily have that in Dubai. Dubai has a lot of rules and regulations. You know what I'm saying? Whereas America, you're talking
Right.
about the moral compass in America can be very, very slim. You know, this is not chastising, but anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? Anything could happen. You feel me? Whereas other countries, they ain't allowing that. You know what I'm saying? Per se. You dig what I'm saying? So that plays a lot of factor. Ain't nobody gonna sit here and do that. Not for so I can't reap the benefit, the fruits of my labor. No, sir. I want to do something. I might as well go back home and do that if that was the case. If that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, but if you had a league of people with you who are also immigrants, then all these countries could be built up. But I learned something is that these countries are very selfish.
Mm.
These countries are very selfish because
Mm-hmm.
if your country is going through a certain level of detriment or barren lands, no land is really barren. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna tell you this: no land is really barren if they have certain levels of resources. We can't say it's barren because
Mm-hmm.
you look at California. You know the way California looks like. I ain't gonna. It's looking like a desert city. Like I've driven through there before. It's like real, real like orange looking or like like sandy yellow looking because it's a lot of dirt out there. A
Mm-hmm.
whole lot of dirt in California. But you go up to Oregon and you see a whole lot of greenery, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to say that, I just don't believe that lands are. I don't believe that lands are barren in a lot of places. I believe that the resources are being stripped from wicked people. I knew somebody from Sri Lanka who told me that the government was corrupt. I'm like, damn, all these countries' governments are corrupt.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What are y'all doing to stop this corruption?
Mm-hmm.
Most whites had no slaves. They were also poor as hell and famine. Yeah, that's very true. I say 25% of white people own slaves. But guess what? That didn't stop the other white people from enforcing those same laws in the slavery dynamic. That didn't stop another white person from saying, "Hey, um, ain't you such and such slave, nigger?" Excuse my language. I had to drop that in. I had to drop the N word bomb. Yeah, this is his story. This is
Mm-hmm.
history now. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't think those white people still had a certain level of first class mentality? Oh, that's a slave, and I'm white power. You think a lot of those Klansmen had slaves? All the Klansmen didn't have slaves, but they still had white power. They still had
Mm-hmm.
a colonial structure that they had to live by. And
Mm-hmm.
and I don't hate white people. I don't have anything against white people on that level. But you bring up these questions, I'm gonna have to, or you bring up these comments, I'm gonna have to rebuttal, brother. Where in the Northeast where they joined the Union Army? Where in the Northeast did they join the Union Army? Where in the Northeast where they joined the Union Army? I don't
He
know.
probably
You have
say
to
we
clarify
are.
that.
He
I don't.
probably say we are. We want to say
Yeah, I
we
don't.
are.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't. The question is kind of. I don't know if that's a
Mm-hmm.
comment or a question, but yeah. Let me just say this real quick. I don't know all history. I just know a lot of it. I don't know all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you gonna have to clarify some of the stuff you talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I do
Mm-hmm.
I, I do have my MacBook though, so we can do real
Yes,
time
sir.
research.
Yes,
We can
sir.
do real time research. We can dig.
Handy
We
dandy
can
MacBook.
we can dig into the white power.
Yes.
We can dig into the Klansmen. We can
Yes.
dig.
Yes.
I don't mind sheets. I don't mind sheets. But go ahead. Okay, where the Northeast fought? Where the Northeast fought the South? I thought they fought everywhere. They even fought where the city where I'm from.
Mm.
They even have a what do they call it? They even have a God, dog, I can't believe I forgot that word. They even have an army base, a Confederate army base in Atlanta. Like it's a lot of places. So where the Northeast fought the South. Yeah, I mean they fought a
Mm-hmm.
lot of places. It wasn't just one place. They even have a place. They even have places called Bunker Hill. Where they fought a lot of those wars and stuff like that. So it's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of places where those wars were fought. They were fought They were fought. Watch the History Channel. Whites burnt Black Wall Street to the ground. They were self-sufficient, very evil what they did. And you know what's funny?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people like Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks brought that up
Mm-hmm.
online. Tom Hanks brought that up online, and he said
Mm-hmm.
he didn't even know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He said he didn't even know
Mm-hmm.
about that. He was like 60 something years old. So
Mm-hmm.
it's good that a
Yep.
lot of it's good that a lot of Caucasian people are starting to get educated on a lot of this stuff and realize that a lot of black people were self-sufficient. A lot of us did have productivity, and a lot of us are not lazy, no good nobodies. We have
Mm-hmm.
structure. We have structure and order. The majority of us are middle class. I have my CDLs. Okay. I have my CDL. I can live anywhere in this country if I drove a truck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Well,
gonna
that's
I'm not gonna
Jessica
say what
on
my
fire.
I'm not gonna say what my brother does, because he's let's just say he's outstanding with the knife. And when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to cooking, if you don't mind, brother, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Chef brother conscious. Let me
Yes,
see.
yes, yes. Oh, we
The
got
the
an
mid
influx right now.
the mid 19th century, the term white slavery was used to describe the Christian slaves that were sold into the Barbary slave trade in North Africa. Yeah, it was about 1 million white slaves over there in North Africa. That's why a lot of them look mixed. I know about the Barbary slave trade, but we're not in North Africa. A lot of those North Africans sold black people, by the way. So we're kind of on it. We're kind of in the same caliber of history right about now. Because a lot of those North Africans, now I ain't gonna lie, a lot of those North Africans might have been Moors. So I don't know if they sold slaves. So, but there was about 1 million white slaves in the Barbary slave trade that were Christians by Muslims. So yeah. What's the true meaning behind Lincoln freeing African American slaves? Well, first of all, let me break
Financial
that.
control.
Let me
Financial.
break
It
no.
was
Let me
fine.
break it down. Let me break it down for him. First of all, if you ever did research on Abraham Lincoln said himself that. Now I'm paraphrasing, but he said himself that the white man is better than the black man. Right? If it was up to Lincoln, if he could have had full control over the South, like he wanted, and they was and the South didn't want to break away from the North, then Abraham Lincoln would have easily kept slavery into being, but he still would have lost a lot of the slaves still, because there was a lot of what revolts taking place, and
Mm-hmm. A
there was a
lot of
lot of
insurrection.
white,
A lot
a
of
lot,
insurrection.
absolutely. There's a lot of white people, people being put to sleep because they wanted to keep slaves. You know,
Hmm.
it was like over 300. It was like over 300 insurrections, if
Yeah. Yep. Harper's
revolts.
Ferry right here. Yeah.
So,
Harper's Ferry right
so
here. And yep.
So Abraham Lincoln said, if Abraham Lincoln said, "Oh, you can fight in the war, you can fight in the civil." No, what's the name? George Washington. He said he wasn't going to allow black people to fight in the Independence War. Uh, so, but when he allowed black people to fight in it, because he didn't have enough help, so he said, "Oh, we're gonna get the black people too. We're gonna get the black
Hmm.
people to help fight." And a lot of these black people were slaves, and he said we might give them their freedom. So black people had
It
to
was
fight for their
Echo. It was.
Black people
It
had
was
to fight
Echo.
for black people had to fight for their freedom.
The South
Black
didn't want to
people,
share the money with the North, and the South benefited from slavery, and it
yeah,
wasn't sharing their money up with North,
black
with up
black
North.
people,
Hmm.
black people had to fight for their freedom. They had to contribute to the Civil War. They had to contribute to the Independence War. They had to contribute to every freaking war that we had, even the war, even the World War One and Two, Vietnam. Black people been fighting every single American war, like the American Indian War, like all these even wars I don't know about. Black people didn't fought in them. So black people was always fighting for their freedom, and sometimes
Mm.
didn't even get it, and sometimes didn't even get it, and they still had to fight. It's black people right now fighting in the military, still dealing with racism on military bases. Let's read some of these comments. I'm just talking. My bad. What's the meaning
We
behind?
all
My
fought for
husband
a
and I
team of
were very
freedom.
disturbed when we found out. Made our
How
blood
come I
boil.
can't
Yeah,
hear?
yeah. Well, that's because you probably got a good heart, Mama Skittles.
Mm-hmm.
Mama Skittles got a good heart. That's why it made your
She
blood
got my
boil.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you got a good heart. Cannot let
Mm-hmm.
his cannot let history become quicksand. Cannot be a hostage to our past though. What the hell is he talking about? What is Echo? I liked you at first. You was like, I'm white. You know what? I like Echo at first. Like I liked Echo at first. You said I'm white
Echo-
from the look. He said I'm white from the UK. He also said he was on the outside looking in, but now he's trying to tell
mhm.
me how to feel about history.
What? Yeah,
But
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
I don't feel brother. Let me tell you something, Mr. Echo. If I felt like that about history, I wouldn't even be able to live in America. I don't hate white people. I don't dislike white people. That's not my mentality. I don't hate anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, you're not gonna tell me how to feel about history. One thing is, I'm not gonna be a hostage to the past. That's number one. I'm not gonna be a hostage to the past, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna live in any kind of historical quicksand.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm about growth and development. I don't blame white people today for what's going on in my life. I can't be like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
the white man's holding me back. No, the white people ain't holding me back now. But that doesn't mean that the masses of structural decisions that's being made, especially right now, the the prison population. Do you know over 52% of black people are exonerated from being falsely accused, from being in chains? Do you know that the 13th Amendment says that if you are in prison, you can still be a slave? Do you know that? Do you know that?
You
Do you
are
know that there's
you are
people?
technically a slave, yes, sir.
Do you know that in America right now that there's people still picking cotton in prisons right now in Mississippi? And
I
you
want to
telling
say,
me how to feel? You telling me how to feel, Mr. Echo? Let me
hmm
see. Hold on. Let's see what
Israel
Echo
came in
talking
here.
about.
Israel came in here, dropping fire as always, as always. I see Israel,
What
peace,
they say?
peace, and
One
Mama
huge
Skittles,
problem everybody got.
blessings, blessings from Michigan, blessings from Michigan.
One huge
Uh,
problem everybody got reparations except for us African Americans, indigenous African
hmm
Americans. Yes.
hmm Israel.
Yes.
hmm
Everybody, even I mean, we need to do some history on the reparations thing too. But I don't want to go in depth in reparations because I'm not. But we still need to go surface level at least one of these days.
hmm
I love the Lord Jesus. His word says, "Love one another as I first loved you." Okay, okay,
Definitely,
Miss. Okay,
definitely,
Miss Mama. Okay, Miss
definitely,
Mama Skittles. I was a
definitely.
service member and never saw racism. History are facts, not how you feel. My brother was in the military, and he told me it was a lot of white toxicity. So my family was in the military. My grandfather was in the military. My brother's in the military. My mother was in the military. I know that there's racial dynamics. I was doing Uber and heard the racial dynamics
hmm
inside the military. And I don't know what, I mean, what I'm saying, I was a service member and never saw racism. Hey, that's fine. I'm not saying it happens for everybody, but I'm saying what experienced, and I'm not even military. I'm just telling you what my folks told me and what I heard when I was doing Uber on a military base.
hmm
Yeah, so
Yeah, like I
I'm not
said, you
just
can't judge. You can't judge everybody based off your lens. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't see it, that doesn't mean a lot of people don't see it as
that's
well.
that's your
You dig
that's
what I'm
your
saying?
that's your anecdotal experience.
Um, I'm not here trying to perpetuate. No, I'm not trying to propagate. I'm not trying to propagate the atrocity that was happening in the past and what's not. But it's an old
Right.
proverb I heard: "Those who forget their past is doomed to repeat." You ain't using it to hold on as a crutch or anything. But it happened. It's an occurrence that happened and it took place. You know that's why a lot of people are being mistreated to this very day. You know what I'm saying? To this very day,
Yeah,
we see a lot of evidence of that on the news. You know what I'm saying? In real life, real time. You dig what I'm saying? Um,
absolutely. Absolutely. Happy that you are here telling truth. America's history is a lie.
mm,
Mm. Mama Skittle dropping bombs. I don't know I don't know what
yeah.
to say. Hold on.
Janine?
Just like slave trade of children and young men and
Never
women is
mind for
happening in real
America.
time. Yep.
Blind people where to come
She
together to
dropping
defend
bombs.
themselves.
But
Some
yeah,
of our
American
issues
the yeah,
overnight.
America
As
America's
a life
history,
movement, I cannot
I
understand why did we assassinated our
I would
shining
think it's
friends.
more I would think it's more
I
diluted.
I like that
So
Harrison. I like that Harrison. I like that. I like
what
that.
did what did Harrison say?
The last comment. I like that. I like that. I give you
I
hats
didn't
off
see
to
it.
that right there.
I don't see his comment.
Harrison said, Brother Malcolm stated that if black people were to come together, we could solve some of our issues overnight. For the life of me, I cannot understand why did we assassinate our shining prince?
Mm. Damn, he hit the he. You know
Hmm.
he's he's a the brother conscious right here is a Malcolm X fanatic.
Yes, yes.
Let me see, brother. Oh, I see it now. Say, brother Malcolm stated that if black people were to come together. Oh yeah, okay, you already read that.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, but Africans enslaved Europeans. They don't go on about it constantly. Here go Echo.
And
He thinks this. Look, 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 look,
I'm
look, look. Let
cool.
me
Listen
say.
to me. I like it.
Look,
I like it. I like
but you know
it.
what's funny though? He think this conversation is about slavery.
Yeah.
That's a,
Yeah.
you know what's funny though? We were just
Hmm.
bringing up some historical facts about immigration.
Hmm.
We wasn't even talking about slavery.
Hmm.
We, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Echo. How many black people have made slave movies? I'll wait. Who really brings up the historical dynamics of slavery?
We do have one though. We do have one.
Now
I
I said
forget the
how
brother.
many though?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know how many slave movies they make in Hollywood that black people have nothing to do with as far as the executive control? And you're saying why do we talk about it? Everybody talks about it. I don't watch movies. Oh, okay. Well, right now you're in a movie, Echo,
Hmm.
and I'm in the
Mama
back,
Skittle say,
and I'm coming through the back door right now with a machete. No, I'm just joking.
Mama Skittle, Mama Skittle say, you never judge a person by ethnicity. We judge by your fruits. Ignorance of other culture, of others' culture and lifestyle causes racism, and it starts at home. All right, that part.
Right, right,
That
right,
part.
right.
So now a lot of
Yeah, I
people
don't.
feel like, because I want
Yeah,
to say I'm about to quote brother Malcolm verse. He said, you cannot stab me in the back. You cannot stab me in the back with a 9-inch blade and expect me just to let go of it. First, you have to first acknowledge that the blade is there. And then you got to take out the blade and give it time to heal. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that never was addressed because some people feel as if, let me turn a blind eye and it's going to go away. No, it's still here as a
yeah.
parent is today. You know what I'm saying?
You, you,
I'm about to,
you
I'm
know.
about to say, let me say a few things. Let me say a few things.
Go ahead, go ahead, go
I
ahead.
was talking to an elder the other day, like the whole Nolan, the guy in Mississippi who was on a boat trip and ended up dying or something, whatever. That's like a big thing, and his parents is like this white judge or something like that. Not his parents, but the person who boated was the guy went missing. That's like a big situation. And then they
We
also
go,
I
brother,
saw.
brother. We gonna go into this. We gonna go this far off topic. We gonna go into the Nolan Wells case.
No, no, no. But I just want to say, I want because people just say like, if we don't acknowledge it or we try to just ignore it, then it don't exist. It's apparent. Whether you want to sit here and talk about it, it's apparent. This is well as you have some white folks right here in America today that still teach their children, their grandchildren racism, open racial prejudice.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
dig what I'm
But we
saying?
don't. I don't know. We don't know what happened with the Nolan Wells
No,
situation.
no, 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 no. I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm 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 not saying anything.
We have to do our due diligence with the research
Yes,
before we
yes, 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 yes. Yeah, no, but I mean it like
because the moment people start hearing Nolan Wells, we gonna go into this Nolan Wells algorithm, and I'm
okay. I
yeah, you
got
feel
you.
me?
It's done. Null
Yeah.
and void.
Let me say this one more. Let me say okay. Echo said I just watched Monk. You mean the show with the guy with the psychological problems? I see why you watch that show. No, I'm just playing.
You said again. I just watched Moncomb. 1 second.
Yeah, Monk. That's the dude with the psychological. That's a good show though. That's a good show.
Yeah.
That's a good
Muhammad
show. I ain't
Skilla
gonna
said my
front.
eyes are not blind. Just encountered a white lady discriminating a lady with a hijab on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say that's a big thing too, yo. And we talking about immigrants, yo. You know how much like with 9/11 happening, like with 9/11 happening. Not to say America show they ugly fangs. I don't want to talk because I have an accent. I'm not from here. But you know how much people like in Muslim
Yeah.
people and people, black people who all Muslims that got persecuted because 9/11, everybody got lumping into the whole melting pot. People was in prison that got beaten bad. Like they got like put in hospitals and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Put it in unit just from being a Muslim. Just being a, when people's like, oh, calling people like you Obama, and go and bomb your own country just because of that, just because of their folkways, their mores, their religious belief. And after 9/11 happening, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be real with
No,
you,
but
brother.
you're in America. You're in
Uh,
America.
yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. After that happened, I would have told
Mm.
my wife to take her hijab off.
Right. People
I would
got
have looked. I would have been
persecuted
like.
in.
I would have told my wife. I said, "Look, you can't walk around with the hijab. I know this is a belief that we have, but
Mm.
we ain't finna go through this much persecution. I'm sorry, but that's just my.
Right.
I might be wrong for saying that because I don't know exactly what they believe. But you
Mm.
got some people that will kill you over that kind of stuff, and I don't
You
know.
think?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I don't really. I don't. I would just told her to put a scarf on, like a head wrap. I don't know, just to be. You know.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So like yeah, people like I understand this to me. I get it. I'm not trying to spread no separation, but I said that the fact of the matter is it's alive and well. I didn't sit here and bring out this message. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about it as we branch it, but it's alive. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the fangs of what America built their back off. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the world, a lot England, Portugal, England, Portugal, France. You know what I'm saying? That was that they were the conquerors. You know what I'm saying? Who come and colonize the most of the world. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't me sitting here and spreading it. It's very apparent. You know what I'm saying? Very, very apparent on what's going on. Go ahead, big
Right.
brother. I'm listening.
She said we are one race, human. Said
Yes.
I didn't let that white lady get away with it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna be real.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm gonna say. What I'm
Mm-hmm.
about to say.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't let that white lady get away with it. How you
Mm-hmm.
would you respond to her to that right there? Cause that's good, but what would you say to that?
I mean,
I mean, that means she held her accountable.
yes, yes, and I
She
love
held her
that, and I
accountable.
love
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I love that. We need way more people like you. We need way more people like you. You know what I'm saying? And when
Okay.
people talk or speak on diversity, that what we need diversity. You know,
Got you. Got.
because for
We
someone,
need we need what this podcast is about, right? This is my
hmm
version of what the podcast is about: peace and equality.
yes,
We don't. I don't want to go to war with people. I want peace and equality. Period. I don't want anything else but peace and equality. That murder case, Noel, his boys abandoned him. Here go Echo again.
yeah,
Echo need to come back
Echo,
every look.
Echo don't live in
Echo,
America, but
Echo,
Echo, Echo,
Echo need to come. He need to come back to every live just so I could just so I can
yeah.
have something to talk about.
Hit the follow button, Echo. Hit the follow button, Echo. Please hit the follow button.
Hit the like button first.
Yeah, hit the like button, hit the follow button, Echo, so you could definitely come through. I like your feed. You have a humanitarian mindset, and I like it. I like it. You know, even though
Yes, I
we might
do.
talk a little harshly, I wouldn't call
Right.
myself a pacifist. You know, I'm not a pacifist by no means, but I'm not one for violence first. I would always believe in being diplomatic and speaking things out rather than
Absolutely.
whatever. But hmm
Yes I did. I was not raised to be racist. Excellent.
yeah, that's it. And I want to say
Excellent.
black, and it's like, and it's a crazy thing. Let me tell you, it's a crazy thing. Like a lot of people, like black people, racist. How can we be racist? Like after all the atrocity that happened, after
Yeah.
all of
Well,
this crazy thing that happened. Wait,
I
one
used
second,
to
one second.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead,
After
go ahead.
all atrocity, is like you know how hospitable like black people are on the whole, like how loving and caring. Like a lot of people, like well, like not saying forget about it, not forget about it, but they would I see you in the street, you getting mugged, I'm gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that in my heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that type of hatred in my heart. I'm gonna give you the shirt off my back type thing. You know what I'm saying? And then people
Right.
like, oh, you talking about the situation means you racist. Oh, you just bring it up. Let it go. I'm gonna let it go, but that doesn't mean my neighbor from over there gonna tell them the same thing too. You know what I'm saying? Not to sit you and bring it on, but it's like first you gotta address it. You gotta address it. We gotta talk about it and come to like a civilized conclusion. And then we go about the business. Okay, cool. I apologize. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even want to do that. Oh, just let it go. We in quicksand, like brother No, not brother No, brother Echo. You know, we stop talking
We in
about it. We stop
quicksand.
talking about it. Is going to go away. No, the problem's still here, and it's going to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I want to say this though. I believe I believe we're a lot better off than we were. But I believe we still got a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
In 1970, we had
Mm,
our first black
mm,
family move into our
mm.
community, and people
And it's
ostracized them. My family stood with them and stopped the racism. That family still lives in the same house as of today. Wow. She got history on her side.
Mm-hmm.
She got history going on. She a lot of historical. It's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
historical balance going on in this
Mm-hmm.
chat
And
in
I
these
love it.
comments right now.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I
Other
absolutely love it.
than she's like the polar opposite of Echo. Now I'm just playing. Now I'm just joking,
Yeah.
Echo. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm just joking, Echo. No, but but yeah,
I want to
man,
say,
it's
brother,
go ahead.
we gotta bring that stamp to the stamp. You heard me? I know we on high time. Bring that stamp
Okay,
to the
man.
stamp, brother.
You got another question? Because I got another question.
Go ahead, brother.
I think I don't know if you answered this already. Is the American dream reality for most? Did you answer that?
No, I did not. Wow. What to say? Go ahead, chat. To his question, I know we're on a different topic. To who type in they question, you can type the question. Do you think that the
Yeah.
American dream is? What you say?
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mama Skittles.
Thank you, Mama Skittles. I appreciate you. What you said? Say your question again, Holy. I apologize. I couldn't
I
retain your
said
information.
I said is the American dream reality for most?
Family, I want you to go ahead. That's those who could speak on it. I'd like for y'all to go ahead and give him an answer. Oh, he said
or
too
y'all can
broad.
or
He said too
or
broad.
or or y'all can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. It don't matter at this point. But
Echo says too
okay,
broad,
it
too
is too
vague.
broad of a it is too
Mm-hmm,
broad of a question.
hmm
Uh, well, here I got a specific one right here. Look, why do some immigrants judge Americans with the idea? Hold on, damn, I don't even know. My handwriting is sloppy, brother.
I'm judging you. I'm judging you now, brother. I'm judging. I'm
why
prejudging you, and I'm judging
why
you right now.
why do some immigrants judge Americans with the idea that Americans don't take advantage of the resources? Now that's specific. That's specified. That's got a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
clarity. That's got a lot of clarity to it. There's nothing.
yeah,
There's nothing. There's nothing. There's no ambivalence
yes, yes, brother.
about that.
There is a lot of there's a lot of gray areas you left in there. Um,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I wouldn't listen to me. I wouldn't. Okay, let me go ahead and let me backtrack. All right, I
Uh
can't
huh.
speak for all countries. I can't speak for all countries. You know what I'm saying? Subsidized housing ain't a really a big thing in the Bahamas, is where I'm from originally. There isn't no big amount of subsidized housing or governmental assistance like food stamps and whatever else the case may be. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's new. Like you have food pantries and so forth. Um, there was a lot to be done for equality to happen in our country. I couldn't read the rest.
There's a lot of division. There's a lot of division created by politics. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. Peace.
But
Peace and equality. Peace and equality is the goal. Go ahead, brother.
the vision created by politics. Yes, 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 yes. Um, like I said again, like you have pantries, food pantries, people doing donation and so forth. So, like when like prime example, um, you know what I'm saying, coming here and then you have like I'm not saying a safety net, but you have a little safety net in terms of like governmental assistance, subsidized housing and so forth, help and so forth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are gonna like shoots. And not to say not to say people
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Kick that knowledge,
I don't kick no knowledge. I don't want to be offensive. I don't want to be offensive.
brother.
Um
Come, brother. You answer the question. I asked you a specific question. Answer it, please, brother.
s- some people call this some people call it hell, other people call it luxury. You feel
Okay.
me? Some call it
Got
hell,
it.
some call it luxury. You dig? Um it's like I can have a glass half full. You can see it as half full or half empty. You know, it all depends on your perspective. You know what I'm saying? I told you I came from
Got you.
nothingness. I came from nothingness. So, um, what you might view as being hardship, I might view as a vacation. And some people be the same way too. You know what I'm saying? Some people might be the
Until
same way
you
as well.
until you go through your assimilation.
Right. Right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, now you got
Yes.
that same now you got the same Americanized mindset.
Yes. 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 They
So
say you hang in the barbershop too long, you end up getting the cut,
yes, that's why I don't go to the barbershop.
eh?
Echo got
Yes, sir.
another one for us. Echo got another one. Can Caribbean islands survive with climate change?
You are not a
Can
fan with the
Caribbean
truth.
absolutely?
But
Can
listen to
Caribbean
me, Mama Skittles. You got you on a roll, boy. I don't know if you on a roll, Mama Skittles. I ain't gonna front, boy. You
yes,
being very supportive.
can
You being
can
hey,
can,
teach
can
Echo like trade information with Echo so you can kind
nah
of
Echo
let's say
Echo
is
Echo is his own Echo is his own man. He's his own man.
Echo a man?
We don't want
Yeah,
Echo to change.
yeah,
He said
yeah.
I'm a
We
white.
don't
He
want
said
to.
I'm a. Did he say I'm a white man from the UK? Remember?
Yeah, he said white something from the UK. No, 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 no pun intended. No pun intended.
No,
No
he
pun
said no.
intended.
That's what he said. What he say? He said I am white from
And
you.
people
He
come
said,
from going through
but you
hard
know what?
times. Yeah.
I don't know if it's a man or not because
Hmm.
because he or she said hi. I am white from UK. So
Mm.
I don't know if he's I don't know if it's a man or a woman. But the
Yeah.
earlier comments he just said I'm white from the UK. We didn't even ask the person their
Mm.
ethnicity. I didn't really
Hmm.
care. I just,
Hmm.
they just said it like
Yeah, but I wanted to say, Mama Skittles. Not to say I want to be offensive, because I definitely want to show gratitude, because gratitude,
yo
yes,
what.
I am.
So
Yes, I
he's a
am.
white man. Okay, you got it. Okay.
Hmm. Not to say I want to come off as offensive, because I tell brother all the time, like, I came from not saying my country is not all the way backwards, but I just grew up hard, like harder, like impoverished and poverty,
Yeah.
more than others. So, like, I didn't have no
Right.
running water in our house.
Some people,
Electricity.
like some people in Louisiana, like some
Right,
people in
uh,
Mississippi, some
right.
people in Georgia with no running water. It's there. It's
In
there,
Michigan,
brother.
In Flint, Michigan. Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, they got running water, but I don't know. They need to. I don't.
Drinkable
Their,
water.
yeah, their water is. We need to talk about. Not right
Yeah,
now, but
not
yeah,
today, not today, not today. Because right now we coming to our benediction, brother.
I'm actually Cherokee and Blackfoot mixed with German. Okay, Mama Skittles, she got all that mix going on.
Oh,
Okay.
dang! I could say Mama Skiller's a troll.
I have,
uh,
what's funny? If Mama Skittles is a troll,
mhm.
hey,
Had us
I
going,
enjoyed
right?
it.
Had us
I
going.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed the
Hmm.
trolling.
Hmm.
I don't think she's a troll, but she might be. I don't know.
Hmm. I feel like some form of being genuine.
No, 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 no. She
No,
said, "No, I'm not a troll. I'm. I like the conversation. Yeah, the conversation didn't come off like a trolling conversation.
mm-mm. Not at all.
E-
Not at all.
Echo, you coming off like a troll, Echo.
And it's
But no,
cool. And it's cool.
but no, no. But Echo is being genuine. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not a troll either. He's actually
Hmm.
genuinely.
Hmm.
Oh, Echo,
Guys.
man. Echo.
Guys. Guys.
If me and Echo went to school back in the day, we would have had crazy conversations in the lunchroom. Like, man, we used to eat your food, Echo. What you making that face for?
I thought you want to be like you was just going to take us our lunch money or something like that.
Nah, I
Not
ain't
a
gonna take
troll,
his
just
lunch
trying
money. Why
to
would I take?
contribute.
I ain't taking nobody's lunch money.
I don't know. I
Oh
thought you
man.
might be one of those people
Oh
with the locks
hell
and
no.
stuff.
I
With
wasn't
the
a
locks
bully,
and stuff.
man.
The
Locks
brothers
don't.
with the locks
Yeah,
and so forth.
locks. See, look at you. Locks don't signify a thief. Locks signify
No, a thug.
locks signify royalty. Don't get it twisted, brother.
Oh, I thought. We had a saying somewhere in time that
Bob Marley had locks. A lot of people in Jamaica, Rastafarians
mhm.
have locks because it
A lot of
signifies
people in the Bahamas too
ethnic
has locks as well.
ethnic heritage, brother. Ethnic heritage.
Being a Nazarite, brother, being a Nazarite, you know.
Yeah, man. Yes, Echo. It don't bother me. You are being protective.
Nah, not at all.
Ah,
Just trying to contribute. You the two
he
on the internet.
said you are being protective. You the two on the internet. Yeah. Well, that's why I don't know if you got your VPN on your. You need to get a VPN on your devices, brother.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely do that.
I got a VPN on mine. They got free ones online. They got one called. I'll tell you offline because I ain't finna promote them.
Hmm. I definitely
Well, I
gonna
might
get
go
it.
ahead. I should promote them anyway. I mean,
Hmm.
they got free VPN. Just look up free VPN.
Gotcha.
That's
Look away.
for
Look away again, brother. Look away again one more time. Look away.
look away where
Let's look at. Like, go back that way. That way.
what
Like to your right, to your left, wherever you was looking. I'm definitely gonna get it.
I don't get what you're saying, man, brother.
I mean, it's I'm bullshitting you. I'm not. I'm not. But in your
Uh,
family, that's who we got today. That's who we got today.
you definitely need to get a VPN
Oh yeah. I
because
want to say if they want.
because your devices can be hacked. You understand?
Oh.
You need a VPN so that way nobody will know your location. It changes your IP address.
Mhm.
And if you
Mhm.
and it's, people can hack you and know where you're at, and that's how a lot of people get. They get what they call those when those streamers get people get the police called on them. Whatever that happens, whatever it's called, I forgot. Let me see. Yes, Echo, it don't bother me. You're being productive. Get the adverts in. The adverts. Let me look
Advertisement.
up the word. Oh, that's what you meant. Adverts. I'm like, I was about to look up the
Mhm.
word. I was about to look it up.
Mhm.
I said adverts. What the hell is an
Mhm.
advert?
Mhm. Yes. But yeah, brother, come on, bring us home. Listen, me, I appreciate you, Echo. I appreciate you, Mama Skittles. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Israel,
appreciate
if you
every.
still on
I
here, I
appreciate
appreciate
everybody that's in the
everyone that
live
came
right
through.
now.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks
And
for
also, y'all
and
being
thank everybody for hitting the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please help some brothers out and hit the like button if you don't mind. I really appreciate it. Much gratitude. Much gratitude. To be honest, I never knew what a troll was on here until I looked it up on Google. You can be incognito on here. Absolutely. God bless. Peace worldwide. Absolutely.
yeah,
Peace
peace. Listen to me,
worldwide.
peace,
Peace and
tranquility.
equality.
Yes,
Tranquility.
peace,
Peace.
tranquility, equality.
Peace and equality to everybody.
Yes, yes.
Peace and equality.
Even brother Echo, even the brother Echo, he
Yes.
going now probably. Even the brother
Yeah.
Echo. I
Peace.
appreciate y'all for coming through. Go.
Peace and equality to everybody. Peace and equality.
Yes, peace and equality. Thank y'all for coming through, for jumping. I have our live jumping. You know, most high willing, we be back on here again Wednesday doing what we love doing. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. We definitely friends. You dig what I'm saying? We definitely
well, well,
friends.
well,
Um,
bro. Well, you have friends and you have associates.
that was him. Now
Ah,
that was him. Now I might have been thinking it. I definitely was thinking it, but he said it.
God,
He
God,
said what I was
God,
thinking.
God bless each of you. I will be back. Absolutely, Mama Skittles. Okay.
Yes, definitely, Mama. I want to
We
say,
got
Mama Skill. I don't know if you hit the
we
follow
now
button.
we go in depth into historical stuff. So we might use some terminology that's historical, but we want peace and equality, and that is our integrity. So we go in
and
depth now.
and
We go under the surface level. I'm gonna
and
keep
and, and
cutting brother
echo
conscious off. No, I'm just
and
joking. Go ahead.
echo and echo. I will not conform to your worldviews. I know. Do I want to have you conform to my worldviews? I will not be shaken or change. You cannot change me. You
Echo
cannot
don't
change
echo
me.
don't Echo don't care about that.
Beautiful
Beautiful
people are
people are
hard to
hard to
come
come by.
come
See
by
you again. Thank you for your candor
for your candor
and
and
transparency.
sharing that truth.
Wow.
Thank you,
Wow.
thank you, thank you. Wonderful,
Wow.
wonderful, wonderful. Peace, family, brother Leo, brother Conscious. This a co-host that does the most. This holy water with green tea, green tea, green tea is the place to be. YouTube, we love we love the energy, we love the support, we love everything. You know what I'm saying, brother? Holy water.
Yeah,
Press the X button and
we don't love everything, but we have gratitude for the energy. I'm just joking, brother.
yes,
All right,
peace,
y'all be
God
good. Y'all
spare,
be good. We'll be
God
back.
bless, and thank y'all for coming through again. This brother's in America.
All right, we'll be back. Acquaintance of many
Yes,
friends, a
yes.
few. Yes, I subscribe. Thank you for the
Thank
subscription.
you,
I
thank you,
appreciate
thank
that.
you, thank you, thank you, thank
All
you,
right,
thank you,
we'll
thank
be
you.
back. We'll be
Peace and
back
blessings, family.
Wednesday. We'll be back Wednesday,
Yes,
right, brother Conscious?
yes. Wednesday, 6:30.
All right. Before 6:30, right? We coming back 6:30
Yes, sir.
Wednesday. All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Peace and
All right.
blessings, family. Peace and blessings.
All right.
Salutations.
He gonna keep talking. I promise he is.